Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some really interesting things to go over for the future of Pokemon. Riddler has been posting some very cryptic tweets that could be about next year's Pokemon game, or it could also be about the release date of the Indigo Disc. Either way, there's a lot of stuff to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, Riddler posted this a few weeks ago saying, Dragon Palace, what would it be? And a lot of people were thinking that this could potentially be something about the Unova remakes, being a whole like Dragon Palace thing. It could also be to do with like time travel and all this and that. We weren't 100% sure because, like I say, it's a very cryptic tweet. It could be one of many different things that it could actually mean. However, though, recently he has just posted this saying, predict the title in 2 months. Palace, question mark, or something else. What will the topic be? So this is quite an interesting tweet here because it could mean one of 2 different things. I mean, it could mean one of many things, but the 2 that I think it could potentially mean is that the fact that he's saying predict the title in 2 months, Palace. Now, if Palace does mean Indigo Disc, you know, Dragon Palace could be Indigo Disc because of the whole kind of dragon type, the new Archaludon kind of situation. He might be calling that like a Dragon Palace, or he could just be calling Blueberry Academy Dragon Palace. He could be calling Area 0 Dragon Palace. I don't really know. But the fact here is saying predict the title in 2 months, Palace. Now, of course, it's October now. He posted this today on the 2nd of October, or yesterday on the 2nd of October, should I say. And so the fact that he says in 2 months from now, that's going to be December, which is a very likely release date for the Indigo Disc, because obviously that's when Regulation E ends at the end of January and stuff like that. People are expecting Indigo Disc to come out in 2 months. Like, we can't really say that it's going to be about the February Presents, because that's way much forward in time than 2 months. Obviously, 2 months is December. 4 months is when it's February, which is when we'll get the Pokemon Presents for Pokemon Day. So it's not going to be that, but he's saying predict the title in 2 months. I don't know if he's talking about the title of an actual Pokemon game. I think this title is going to be a title of maybe like a Pokemon or something like that, because it can't be a new Pokemon. They wouldn't drop a new or announce a new Pokemon game in December when February is right around the corner. So it has to be about the Indigo Disc. So it has to be a title in the Indigo Disc, which for me is probably going to be some sort of like new Terrapagos form that we know we're going to get. Could be something to do with the new legendary poison type, Dokutaru. Could be something to do with Paradox Entei, Paradox Terrakion. I'm trying to think what other forms that have been kind of revealed and stuff. But either way, there's been a lot of stuff that's kind of been leaked that obviously hasn't been officially revealed. So predict the title in 2 months, Palace. But then he says, or something else. What will the topic be? So yeah, there's not really anybody here that really has a good idea. We have Blaze here saying, do you mean we could predict the Unova game title after the Indigo Disc comes out? Which again is another way that we could see this, you know. So if we do get the Indigo Disc, which comes out, they do say in 2 months. So that to me makes me think that the Indigo Disc is going to be coming out in 2 months. So they say that, and then it could be predict the title after it. Then we know there's loads of Unova kind of representation in the Indigo Disc. I mean, the place is literally in Unova. Characters in there are going to be from Unova or have descendants from Unova or are related to Unova. So that's why I think what they're saying here is predict the title of the next game, which is it after the 2 months. So I think Blaze potentially could have hit the nail on the coffin here, but either way, it could be a title of like a new Pokemon or a form or something like that. But either way, what do you guys think? This is very interesting though. Do you think we are going to be getting the Indigo Disc in 2 months, and then do you think the next game is going to be Unova? Again, it's looking like it's Unova, but it could also be Johto as well. Johto's 25th anniversary is next year. There's a lot of Johto hints in Kitakami as well, with the Pokedex, with the background music. Obviously, there's loads of Pokemon from Johto in the Pokedex. There's the regional exclusives as well. You have Gligar and Apom being version exclusives and stuff. And as well as that, it's just, like I say, 25th anniversary. There's a lot of Johto stuff kind of happening as well. So it could be Unova, could be Johto. They could release both in 1 year. I don't think that's the case. But either way, let me know your thoughts on that. But that definitely, I think, is a massive hint to when the Indigo Disc comes out, because they say in 2 months. But either way, that's the first thing that I wanted to go over. The next thing that I wanted to go over is this as well. So we actually just posted this morning saying original soup, original taste. So we have a few people here kind of, I guess, linking this with Unova. We have Blaze Incineroar here saying the Unova game next year has 2 versions like Scarlet and Violet. Can't think of anything else that Original Soup and Original Taste could be that has 2 versions. Some people are saying, it could be Legends Kyurem. And then, it's just a load of random, like, obviously, with Riddler-Ku, you gotta take everything he says. Not necessarily with a grain of salt, because, obviously, he is kind of, like, leaking stuff in his own way. It's just, a lot of the information doesn't mean anything. Like, Original Soup, Original Taste, like, what does that mean? That could literally be anything. The only thing here is that there's like literally the only word that pops up is original, which is twice. So could be about Legends Kyurem, it could be about Black and White 3, it could be about Black and White remakes, could be about Gen 2. We just simply don't know. But anyway, that's something else that he did post there. And then moving on, we also have we actually have Pokesutami kind of translating this in the different kind of variations of what it could be. We have Pokesutami saying, I'm not good at riddles, too dumb, so I will just explain the meaning of the kanji, at least in Japanese. So the first word is hara, which can mean field/wilderness or original/origin. So the fact that here they say original or origin could also mean that it could be the original dragon. Maybe that's why people are thinking it could be Legends Kyurem or Black and White 3 or something like that. So that's one thing that it could mean. And the next one, yeah, soup or broth. No idea. I'm trying to think. The only relation that I can see to Pokemon from soup and broth is potentially the Gigantamax soup, but I don't know why that would be. To be fair, it could very well be in, the next game or whatever, because there's so much Gen 8 pandering in Kitakami and the Blueberry Academy and stuff, with Gen 8 Pokemon getting new forms and new evolutions and stuff like that. And then we also have Flavor here. But then we have Ziyu here saying, brother, I come from China. This is an idiom from China. This meaning can be understood as the same as the original. I think it may be that Black and White 3 be like BDSP. So, again, massive kind of hints there towards it potentially being something about Generation 5 remakes or Black and White 3. Again, whether they do Gen 5 remakes or whether they do Black and White 3, or Legends Kyurem, again, I'm not really too sure. I can't see them doing a remake, though, because they can't remake both Black and White and Black and White 2 and put it into one game, because there's a lot of content there. Like, the games are completely different. They're set in different time periods. Even though it's the same region, they are, like, different games. So I don't think they'd remake Black and White 1 and Black and White 2. Black and White 3 makes the most sense, because then it is kind of like the trilogy and it's the final one. But also, at the same time, not a lot of people have played Black and White 1 and 2. Obviously, a lot of us have, because we grew up with it, but a lot of the newer players haven't played that. So, it'd be like watching a trilogy of movies. It'd be like watching Star Wars, and then just watching, like, the final Star Wars without watching, like, A New Hope and stuff like that. It'd be like a similar situation like that, where you wouldn't know what's kind of gone on. So, if they were going to do Black and White 3, they would have to make it still kind of, I guess, still kind of keep elements of the stories for the returning players, but still make it like a good brand new adventure for people that haven't played the original Black and White and Black and White 2. So that's obviously where the kind of problems arise in that. Legends Kyurem is another thing they could do, again, with the original dragon and stuff like that, and maybe that's why they're talking about original soup and yada yada yada. But either way, we'll have to wait and see. But that's why Black and White is kind of all over the place with how they would do it. Johto is very simple. They would just remake Johto for the 25th anniversary, but either way, that's that. Moving on, we also have Riddler-Ku posting this, saying, remember that she likes Big Boy. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's her ace or something like that. I'm assuming he's talking about Lacey here. And then she says, the Blueberry champion is quite obvious and his ace would you know. And then they also say, yep, you use Ogerpon to beat them. I'm guessing Ogerpon's really busted against them. But either way, it looks like she's going to have like quite a big Pokemon as her race. But then she's also, but then Riddler-Ku is also saying the Blueberry champion is quite obvious. So it's going to be Kieran. I mean, it's very obviously Kieran. And he's saying that his ace would you know. So I think his ace is going to just simply be Diplin's evolution, because he has a Diplin in Kitakami. And so why wouldn't he evolve that in the Blueberry Academy? I don't know if that makes Diplin's evolution a Unovian Pokemon or a Paldean Pokemon or whatnot, because I guess the evolution item is in Unova, so no idea. But yeah, it looks like Kieran is going to be the champion, and I'm assuming by this he also means that he is going to have like Diplin's evolution, which again we are expecting to see, because Diplin does get the benefits from Eviolite, which can only be getting those benefits if you are a pre-evolution of something else. And then finishing things off, we also kind of have these two things to go over as well. Now, he tweeted this out. I'm going to go over this in more detail in a future video. But basically, they said here that, do you like request Pokemon? so far. So I'm assuming request Pokemon are meaning like Pokemon that are exclusive through events or requests or tasks or something like that. Because obviously Ash Greninja was available in the Sun and Moon demo. That was the only place to get it. Blood Moon Ursaluna was only available through the Perrin quest line in Kitakami. Obviously, the Eternal Floette, again, no idea if we're ever going to see that or whatnot. But this was posted a while ago on the 14th of September. I'm only just getting around to it, I believe, anyway. I don't think I've covered this already. He's honestly posted so much random stuff lately. But either way, this kind of... here he's just saying, like, do you like the request Pokemon so far? So I'm assuming we're going to get another request Pokemon. And it looks like I say, I'll go into more detail about this, but it looks like it could potentially be the Dipplin evolution, where he's saying, reminder that the 4 apples are not in the Blueberry Dex. So that could be like Appleton, Flapple, Dipplin, and Dipplin's evolution. And then realize that it kind of resembles Blood Moon. So, yeah, like I say, I'll go into this in a lot more detail, but it looks to me that he's meaning that, do you like request Pokemon so far? So potentially hinting that we're going to get another request Pokemon, and the request Pokemon could be Dipplin's evolution, because he's saying, realizing that it kind of resembles Blood Moon. Again, that's just my 2 cents on it. We'll cover it a lot more in detail in a video later on in the week, because there's more I want to talk about that. But either way, that is going to be a roundup of all of the latest leaks from Riddler-Ku that he's been posting recently. Like I say, a lot of interesting things to go over. What are your thoughts on this tweet here, though? Do you think the title is about a new Pokemon in the Indigo Disc? Do you think it's the title after the Indigo Discs, such as Gen 5 remakes or whatnot? Let me know your thoughts on that. And then also, what do you think about like this kind of tweet here as well? Do you think this could be something to do with Black and White 3 or Gen 5 remakes or whatever? Let me know your thoughts on all that. But that is going to be everything for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please do drop a like. Like I say, let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.